And that's it. Thanks for watching. What's up, you guys? It is Tuesday and we are headed to the office. It is currently 8:40, though my clock is saying 9:40 because I've not yet addressed the time on my microwave since daylight savings time ended. It's currently 45 degrees outside. I think the outfit that I have in my head should work, but let's put it together. I've not worn these jeans in a minute. They're from Aritzia, specifically Denim Forum. I feel like for the past year, I really have been leaning into like the baggy jeans trend, but I'm kind of over it, and that's just like never looking very good with my shoes. I can't hack it. I can't figure it out. So we're going back to these bad boys. I do not remember these fitting so snugly, but I did buy them a year ago, and a lot can change in a year, apparently. Also, this button is not buttoning. Like I just can't fit the button through the buttonhole. I don't know what's going on. Oh my God, I'm gonna freak out. Wait, it's close. Oh, I did it. Okay, that was a little bit more of a debacle than I thought it was gonna be, but we're in. This is what I'm thinking for the upper half of things. We have an Amazon sweater and this Urban Outfitters leather bomber that I got in my Nuuly order. I'm very tempted to like French tuck this, but it's looking really strange in the back. I don't really know what to do about this. I'm also worried that I'm going to be sweating my ass off because while it is 45 degrees right now, it will be 60 degrees later. But would I rather be warm than cold? Like in an ideal world, I would tuck in the sweater all the way around, but these jeans are so damn tight, I cannot afford any extra fabric in this waistband. I think I have to abandon the sweater in favor of something that is thinner that I can tuck in. And if I'm cold, I'm cold. That's where I'm at mentally. I think that if you would have told me lying in bed an hour ago that this is how tight this outfit was going to feel on me, I probably would have just laid in bed and said, "Nah, I'm staying home." But we're upright, the clothes are on our body. Whether or not we can breathe, to be determined. To be determined. Okay, added my Cezanne belt. I am liking the way that this is looking at the very least. This is giving what it needs to give. Now time for the shoes. Do I go booty heel? Like, why am I torturing myself? Yeah, so unfortunately, the heels do look the best with this. So I'm just gonna be wildly uncomfortable all day long. Love that for me, but they look right. They look right, and that is literally all I care about at this moment in time. Let's do some breakfast. Just kidding, I looked at the clock. I do not have time for breakfast, so we will be eating a Go Macro bar on the road, which is fine. I do think I'm gonna add this necklace from Amazon, which suspiciously does not have a clasp, so I do have to choke myself out in order to put this on. Okay, that's the look. Go Macro bar. And I do think I'm gonna smash this banana before I leave. Boom. Nutrition. Speaking of, for lunch today, I guess I could run it back with this fettuccine alfredo from Whole Foods. This is a ready-to-heat meal. I have been living off of these. That could work. Honestly, this could work. This will do what it needs to do. I will say this, the seasonal depression is already getting to me. With the temps dropping and the sun setting at like literally 4:30 p.m., I'm putting in some extra measures to help myself feel a little bit better. First thing being getting outside before my workday starts, because even in the summer, this happens to me a lot. If I'm like in the zone and working all day and suddenly it is 5 p.m., I will be like, oh, it's time for bed, which is very concerning because I live in a studio apartment at the moment and it's just not good for the mental health to be staring at the same four walls for a majority of the week. I also don't know if I will be home by 4:30 p.m. Probably not, but I have a mandatory lights on at 4 p.m. rule. I'm not letting the darkness creep in. I'm ahead of it. You know what I mean? So I've been doing that the last 2 days. That has been helpful. We're really leaning into the hygge lifestyle. If you don't know what that is, it's spelled Hygge, and it is my current hyperfixation. I've known about it for years, but it's basically a Danish way of living. Stay with me. They're like experts in harsh, dark winters, and they're some of the happiest people on the planet. So they have like a few like lifestyle tips that I'm adopting into my life, and those are 2 of them so far. Getting sunlight in the morning and setting the mood before the sun actually goes down. I call these my most expensive earmuffs because so much of the time I'm just wearing these for warmth and there's no music playing. Let's hit the road. God, my nose is running so bad. I decided I'm gonna get Starbucks. I know. Oh my God. Jesus. What is up with people driving 40 miles per hour all the way up until the stoplight? Why are you trying to give me a heart attack? We both know you're gonna stop. Why are you acting like that? It's not saving you any time. And I also decided instead of my Go macro bar, which I'll save for an afternoon snack, I'm gonna get some oatmeal, which I did learn the hard way with their oatmeal, that if you don't click customize and add the toppings, they give you nothing. So I made sure to do it correctly. This store in particular was out of my fall hyperfixation drink, which is that like pecan crunch oat milk shaken something. Whatever it is amazing. They don't have it this morning, so I just got a pumpkin cream cold brew. You can't go wrong with a pumpkin cream cold brew. Well, I shouldn't jinx it. I can't believe we're on time. I can't believe it. This never happens, but we had a very good train day today. So I'm feeling good. We're feeling good. Morning. Hi. You know what? I just got the best cat call of my life. This man said, "Okay, Cameron Diaz." I'll take it. I'll take it, baby. It looks like Chicago Fire is filming today, which is fun. This flipping out of my hair right now is my nightmare. We have to adjust that immediately once we get inside. One of the conference rooms right now because I'm starting my day with 3 back-to-back meetings, so we got a nice setup going. I was making so many trips back and forth from my desk to the conference room to like get everything that I needed because I'm very ADHD. I can't do anything in a way that makes sense. So I literally took off my booty heels because I was so embarrassed at the clicking and clacking that was drawing attention to my multiple trips. But alas, here's our setup. We've got our pumpkin cream cold brew, full glass of water, and our oatmeal, which it was a risk. I didn't check at the store if they provided the toppings, but they did. So that is a win. I am gonna put my shoes back on. It's gift guide season, so my to-do list is packed, but that's just like the normal for Q4. So let's get into it. Okay, workday is over-ish. I could keep going, but I just need to step away. Need to take a beat. Oh, a dead bird. But now it is time to post my Chipotle ad, and I'm gonna do that while I'm walking home to the train. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Not me making a bird murder joke after just seeing a dead bird on the ground. Sorry. We are home. I'm telling you, I wasted absolutely 0 time. I told you the second I walked in this door, ambient lighting. We've got the lamp back here, the crux of my holiday decor, candle, 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 amber light bulb. I am already in my jammies. Usually I would be eating dinner by now, but I had such a late lunch and I ate that entire Jimmy John's. When I first opened my Jimmy John's, I said, perfect, half now, half for dinner. Nar. The entire Ultimate Porker, gone in 4 minutes. 4 minutes, you guys. And yeah, I do get the Ultimate Porker, number 17. Don't get it twisted. And if you're too embarrassed to get the Ultimate Porker because of the name, grow up. Grow up, because there is nothing that hits quite like an Ultimate Porker with a Dr. Pepper and some Jimmy chips. The jammies are on. I'm not wearing a bra, so don't look too closely. That does remind me I do need to put a sweatshirt on for the sake of this video. I did pick up my Amazon packages on my way up, so let's see what's inside. I love that I say that. I know exactly what's in there. I bought it. I ordered it for next day delivery. I still like to pretend that I'm shocked. First thing I got was my Seed Probiotic. I'm on a monthly subscription for this. I've been on this for a little over a year now. So far, so good. I got some liposomal vitamin C. Apparently, the liposomal form does help with nutrient delivery and absorption, something like that. I don't really know, but I ran out of those like Symbiotica packets, which are so expensive. So I'm going to try these and see how that goes. But we're getting into 6th season, so I need my immune system to be on its shit. Oh, okay, wreaths. I thought this was getting here tomorrow. Uh-huh. It could use a fluff. It could use a fluff. And the smell is suspicious, but beggars cannot be choosers. I'm not going too hard on the holiday decor this year. I feel like especially living in an apartment, it's just a lot. And I don't have like a storage unit, and I sent all of my stuff home to my parents' house. And I don't feel like retrieving it because the next time I'm gonna be home is next month, and then I'll only have it in my apartment for a month. I don't know. These smell so bad. I can't even describe. Oh my God. What is that? What is that? Oh my God. Stop smelling at me. We're gonna let these fluff up a little bit. But really, I just needed one of them for my bulletin board, and then I'll put the other ones up on, I don't know, wherever the hell else. And of course, on Amazon, you can't just get one singular mini wreath. You have to get 6. So I will say I am super proud of this little garland that I made. Well, I didn't make the lights, obviously. The lights came from Amazon and the ribbon came from Amazon. But I just put this up in this area because this is technically, I'm going to call this my TV. I work here during the day, but if I'm watching TV, this is right across from my bed, which I did not make today. So please don't judge me. But I really do be staring at this part of my apartment all day long. So I really wanted to address this first. And I think it turned out so cute. It was just such a nice, easy DIY. I got some inspo off of Pinterest and made it my own. And it's looking so cute with my new Every Girl Tech background. I'm going to have a hard time ever wanting to change this because this is my favorite tech background I've ever had. I am also waiting for my sleep gummies to arrive. I ordered those yesterday, and that is of utmost importance. I thought that is what I was about to be unboxing. I don't have a dependency, but I always need all of the help I can get. I've been waking up at 2 a.m. for the past 3 nights in a row, and then I have to put Harry Potter Audible on to fall back asleep. I'm guessing it's due to the time change, but something's up. Oh, they're on their way, but running late. Okay. Not ideal. Okay, I actually think I'm going to keep this video just to one singular day in my life. And because I don't think I'm going to have a ton of footage to work with, I figure this would be a good time to lump in my October favorites. I've never done a favorites video on here as a standalone. I'm going to start working them into my other vlog videos. And then maybe one day, if you guys are liking that, I can do longer, more dedicated videos. But for now, let's get into some of my October favorites. We got a big range here. Okay, first off, we have my Awala. This is the 4th time that I have purchased this item. When I was in Michigan at the beginning of October, I left my poor Awala at the apple orchard. Yes. And that hurt. I reverted to some of my other water bottles in the meantime, but nothing hits like the Awala, and nothing is as portable as the Awala. Usually when I have rebought my Awalas in the past, I get like the white and gray one, or last time I was like stepping out of my comfort zone and I got the white one that had like the green and blue top. But this time I got a little crazy. I did this light blue color. First of all, when I was a nurse at Lurie, all of the nurses had Awalas because the straw is not exposed, okay? When you're at a hospital, you do not want a straw sticking out, attracting MRSA. It's so efficient. You just press the button, the lid pops up, and then you have the option to sip or swig. The hidden straw is the most important part to me, but the second most important part, and the reason that I repurchased this, was because this makes for a great travel water bottle because it is spill proof. This has been upside down in my bag unintentionally, and I've had 0 issues. 10 out of 10 recommend. There's a reason I keep rebuying it, and it is not because the quality is poor. It is user error. I keep losing it. My next October favorite is Another 13 by Le Labo. If you guys saw my TikTok about this, you already know. You can fast forward, but my friends for my 31st birthday gifted me a signature scent, and I took my time making this decision because this shit is expensive. I want to say this is $250, okay? Usually I opt for more affordable scents. I would say the closest thing that I had to a signature scent before this was Glossier You, and I think that is an $80 perfume. This was such a good gift because 1, this is not something I would have bought on my own. You can also get the label personalized, so mine says 31st birthday. I don't know if I said this already, but the scent that I got was Another 13, and I could not describe this scent to you if I tried. I'm gonna redo the notes, and then you're gonna see what I mean because it's giving nothing. The main accords. Again, this means nothing to me, but if you're a scent guru, you might know what this means. Musky, amber, woody, animalic, fruity, floral, powdery. I get powdery, and I do like that. I really do. And it makes sense that I like Glossier You and also like this perfume because they're both skin scents and they're both musky. Musky sounds so gross to me, but it's doing something for me. It is a unisex scent. Top notes. Pear, apple, citrus. We do know what those are. Middle notes. This is where things get a little bit dicey. Ambrette. Unsure what that means? They give you a little extra in parentheses. Musk mallow. not helpful for me. Still don't know what that means. Amyl salicylate. Science. I don't know. Moss and jasmine. I know what that is. Don't know what they smell like. Base notes are iso-e-super, cetalox, helvetalide, and ambretolide. Ambretolide. I don't know what half of those ingredients are. More than half. Perfume, Another 13 is a product collaboration between Another Mag and Le Labo. Its middle note is ambrox, which possesses animalistic quality. Oh, all of this to say, it is the best scent that this schnoz has ever had the pleasure of smelling. It's so good, I'm afraid to use it. Okay, on to something more budget friendly and less good for the environment. We have these cups from Amazon, okay? And hear me out. I know this is not great for the environment to do single-use plastic as opposed to a coffee mug. But I'm going through this thing. I have this illness that I only like a coffee if it's $8 from a coffee shop and I didn't make it and it comes in one of these. The truth is, I cannot be spending $8 on a latte every single day. Do I treat myself? Absolutely. But when I went to Michigan 3 weeks ago and we went to that Michigan tailgate, my friend Molly brought these for the coffee bar and I was like, where did you get these? I feel like this would elevate my morning coffee and also trick my brain into thinking that it's an $8 latte that somebody else made. I don't know. I love it though. I love these bad boys. I like the size of these because I don't find myself adding a ton of extra milk just to hit the top. It's perfect. Moving on to a beauty item, we have the Bondi Boost. I think it's Bondi Boost. We have the Bondi Boost thermal brush. If you haven't heard of a thermal brush, it is literally just a round brush that heats up. It's different than the Dyson or the Revlon brush because it's not blowing out hot air. So one, it's quiet, which is nice, but it is a little bit less damaging on my hair. It took me a while to get the hang of this, but I used it on my hair today. If you're somebody who does blowouts after you shower, this is the perfect touch-up product. I haven't found that it gives me like nice tight ringlet curls, but like I said, it really does help with touch-ups and I reach for this almost every single day. And I guess while we are on the topic of hair, I got sent this in PR. I don't even know where you would buy this, but this is the In Common Magic Mist 4-in-1. Not only does this smell absolutely amazing, it is a 4-in-1. And I am no better than a man when it comes to products, okay? I need a multitasker. This is a leave-in conditioner, a detangler, a smoothing balm, and a heat protectant. And I feel like it just has streamlined my post-shower routine. You can mist this on towel dry hair, which is what I do, but I'm reading the fine print right now, and it does say that you can mist it on dry hair as well. I have not tried that. I would worry that it would weigh it down, but it says it doesn't. So who knows? But yeah, I'm just trying to do less. And I had 4 separate products that I was putting in my wet hair and I didn't even know what order to put them in. And I'm like, how much can my hair hold? I'm not sure. But anyways, I really have been liking this. If you are a girly who picks your face, which is me once a month, I always break out around my period time, around my mouth. This month, I had a couple strangers on my forehead that I was just going at. And I should know at this point. I'm 31 years old. I know what happens when I do that. It just makes it worse. It delays the healing process. It makes things look visibly worse. This month was no exception. So I've been reaching for this rescue balm every day for the past week. They have 2 different formulas. One is like a bluish purple color. That's like the original formula. And this one is green because it has a color correcting component to it. But this is for that post-nut clarity that comes after you pick your face. When you're like, holy shit, I just made it 10 times worse. I'm telling you, you want this in your arsenal for when that happens because it always happens. It always happens. If you're me, it always happens. I cannot help myself. And this just makes the post-blemish recovery a little bit smoother. It's very hydrating. And like I said, this one does help with redness. So I like to put it on before my makeup. This will soften the blow. I promise you. Okay, one last item you guys have seen before, but I cannot recommend this Aritzia fleece dupe enough. I got this on Amazon. I think it's like $35 or $40. If I'm not wearing my Skims dupe set that I have shoved down your guys' throats, which I am literally wearing right now, I'm wearing that. There's only one rule with the Aritzia fleece dupe, and it is that you have to size up. I'm a small if I'm ordering a t-shirt or a sweater. For this guy, I got a medium, and I tried both. The small was not fitting right to me. My arms were restricted. Sizing up one size made it the perfect fit, but I would say that was definitely my most worn piece of October. Oh, I have one more thing, another beauty item, if you will. Drum roll, please. I have started waxing my armpits. This is a groundbreaking thing for me. I've been shaving my pits for my entire life. But in the past few years, I don't know if it's hormones or just me aging, but I would get a 5 o'clock shadow on my pits a couple hours after I shaved them. Like I could not get a close enough shave. And it wasn't that my pits were dark. It was just my hair was growing back so fast and so coarse. I needed to do something about it because it was affecting my life. I was shaving my pits every single day. Then I was doing some research and I was like, you know what? I don't want to pay to get my armpits waxed every month. And I also don't like the idea of having to like wait for it to fully grow out before I get them waxed again and have to like work that into my schedule. So I said, let me take matters into my own hands. I said, what if you just call Jeff Bezos up? And I went right on Amazon and I got a waxing kit. And you guys, it's one of the best things I have ever done. I did get a little bit ambitious. I did try to wax my bikini area multiple times. Every time was worse than the last. That's a no-go for me. But the pits, very easy. Doesn't hurt. And the best part, it is growing back thinner and lighter. And it literally takes me 5 minutes. Let me see if I could give you guys a view because last time I waxed was like 2 weeks ago. Like from where you're sitting, you probably can't see a thing. Looking down, I can see that probably could go back in and do a wax if I wanted to, but I don't really need to because it's much lighter and much more sparse. Sparse. In addition to getting ambitious with the bikini area, which it took me 3 times to say, girl, no, for real, you're not doing this again. And now I learned my lesson, okay? I did also try my legs, but it was just taking up way too much wax and I just don't have the time. And it's also not as big of a problem. Like I didn't get the wax kit to fix the shaving of the legs. I just don't really have a problem with that. I think maybe one day I would consider doing laser hair removal, but it is just so expensive. If anybody wants to partner with me, you just let me know. We're only 4 days into November and I already have a couple of things that I have introduced into my routine that I'm so tempted to share, but I want to use them for a couple of weeks before I give it my stamp of approval because we have standards. It's 7:03. I'm still not starving, but I don't want to eat too late because then my digestive system is going to be awake a little bit later than I would like it to be. I used to not care about that at all. I used to go to bed 5 minutes after eating a Big Mac. But since I've had the Oura Ring for the last 2 years, I know the data enough to know that when I eat too late, my heart rate stays high later into the night, and that negatively affects my sleep score. I try to avoid it when I can. So with that in mind, I'm just going to eat a very light dinner before it gets too late. And I'm not cooking. Let's see what we got in the fridge. Genuinely, nothing sounds good. I honestly just think I'm going to make a ham and cheese sandwich. I already had lunch meat and it was ham and cheese. Okay, never mind. I won't be doing that. Okay, I'm gonna eat a little bit of the fettuccine Alfredo that I was supposed to have for lunch that I quickly abandoned. When my coworker said, you in for Jimmy John's? I said, say less. Okay, and while that is heating up, let's take our makeup off. If you know, you know, the lighting in here does make me look like I do not have a pulse. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I am overdue for Botox. Last time I got it done was in July, so it's very much worn off. So this retinol is putting the team on its back. I feel so much better. How about you? Yum. Looking just okay. We cannot be judging a book by its cover. I have tried this before and I know it's pretty good. So it reminds me of the back of those, you know, those naked smoothies. I used to drink them all the time in college. On the back of the green one, it literally says, looks gross, tastes amazing. And I feel like I quote that more than I should. Bone apple is good. Okay, I think we're gonna call it here because I owe my mother a phone call and I have a prearranged date with the TikTok algorithm, which I will probably be scrolling until 10:30 p.m. But I hope you guys enjoyed this day in my life. If you liked it, leave me a comment to let me know and make sure you subscribe so that you can be notified for future videos that I post. And also, if you would be so kind, let me know what you guys want to see more of. Are you liking the vlogs? Would you rather see more like dedicated content? I'm here for you. So just let me know. I will see you guys next time. Bye.